What happened to Pablo Escobar's deadliest hitmen? Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria is a Colombian drug lord, the founder and sole leader of the Medellín Cartel. Nicknamed the King of Cocaine, Escobar was the richest criminal in history, having amassed an estimated net worth of $30 billion at the time of his death, or $70 billion in 2022. While the mafia syndicate, his drugs monopolized the cocaine trade in the United States during the 1980s and early 1990s. In 1992, Escobar escaped and went into hiding when authorities attempted to transfer him to a more standard detention facility, leading to a nationwide manhunt. As a result, the Medellín Cartel collapsed, and in 1993, Escobar was killed by the Colombian National Police in his hometown a day after his 44th birthday. John Jairo Velasquez killed hundreds of people because of his leader, Pablo Escobar, and his Medellín gang. But in the end, the assassin known as Popeye was not shot but of natural causes, dying of stomach cancer, thick at a hospital in Bogota. Want to know about it in detail? Well, stay tuned till the end. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will talk about what happened to Pablo Escobar's deadliest hitmen. Meanwhile, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. That being done, let's start with a little introduction. The killer admitted to personally killing more than 300 people for the gang boss who ruled Colombia in the 1980s and early 1990s. Escobar would be shot by bullets on a roof in Medellín in December 1993 after Colombian forces, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, and Escobar's former global drug partners conspired, cowardly, to finally end his rule. Two of the greatest crimes Popeye was implicated in were the murder of the hopeful president Luis Carlos Galán in August 1989 and the infamous Avianca plane bombing later that year. Galán, a figure revered in Colombia to this day, was said to be on the verge of a political breakthrough when assassins armed with machine guns stormed a political rally he was holding, speaking. The bombing in Avianca saw Escobar's magazine blow up a plane as it traveled from Bogota to the western city of Cali, killing all 107 people on board and 3 on ground. John Jairo Velasquez, 57, passed away on Thursday. Colombia's National Institute of Penance confirmed to the media. The serial killer, who was given his nickname because he was going on a voyage in the Colombian Navy, has been hospitalized since December 31st. He was reincarcerated in 2018 after being released for the first time in 2014, serving a 23-year sentence after surrendering in 1992. Presidential candidate Cesar Gaviria, suspected of being the target of the bomb, was not even on the plane, abandoning the flight at the last minute. Popeye told the Daily Beast in 2018 that the pair bomb was a work of art. It was activated after the cartel convinced an impressive young player to open the case mid-flight, telling him they wanted to use it to record passenger conversations. Instead, he triggered the explosion. At the time, the cartel was identified as removing politicians who said they would be willing to extradite members of the cartel to the United States. Gaviria and Galán are two such politicians. Gaviria will become president. We both knew that if the bomb went off in the wrong place, it wouldn't have ignited the plane's fuel tanks, and the captain could have saved the plane, Popeye told the Daily Beast. So we created a domino effect with fuel stored in the wings, explosives in the briefcase, and depressurization of the plane, a deadly ingredient. Popeye said the bombing, around which several unverified claims, some made by criminals, have been rotating for years, was staged by warlord Carlos Castaño. Castaño then turned on Escobar and helped track him down, before going on to lead his own 30,000-strong paramilitary death squad in the mid-1990s. Another Escobar hitman, Dani Muñoz Masquera, or La Cuica, was convinced of the bombing in a U.S. court, after being arrested in the U.S. on separate charges in 1991. He was later arrested and deemed eligible for trial in Brooklyn. Even though the bombing took place in Colombia, because the two passengers were U.S. citizens, sentenced to 10 life sentences, he remains in an American prison. After it was released in 2014, Popeye published a book called Surviving Pablo Escobar and became an internet personality. In his YouTube clips, his Popeye Repentant channel, at the time of his death, had 1.2 million subscribers. He railed against leftist politicians, with the clip including threats against supporters of presidential candidate Gustavo Petro, reports. So what are your thoughts on this one? Until then, peace.